Hey guys, my name is Angel. This is Angel Extended. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about how my psych evaluation went, y'all. Okay, so when I first went to my doctor's appointment and they told me I was going to have to see a psychologist for 3 hours, I was like, what the? Because I just was... So, y'all, I was like, bruh, like, I did not sign up for this. Like, what? I gotta tell you about my feelings for 3 hours straight, bruh. That's not what I signed up for, big fella. Like, that's how I was feeling, big energy. Well, damn, Leah. So, got there. And then he was like, you know, they don't really tell y'all what it's like here. So let me just tell you what we're going to be doing. And then it wasn't hard at all. Like, it's not even what you think it is. Like, he's not a therapist. Or if you get a woman, she's not a therapist. They're not a therapist. They're a psychologist. So I guess I truly learned what the difference was. Because therapy, you know, you go when something going on, something not going on. But you just telling how your life going. They giving you advice. You know, if you're going through something, you seeking help, you seeking life advice, something like that. That's like what a therapist is. The psychologist kind of asks you questions about your life, but they're analyzing your psychological part of you, your brain and stuff. So not only are they asking questions, they're making you take tests. I didn't know I was gonna take a test. Like, I would've studied or something, child. Like, I wasn't ready for that. So I wasn't ready, but I was ready, cause I stay ready, honey. And okay, so let me get into it. So the beginning, first got there, you know, he's introducing himself and stuff like that. Asking you simple questions. Why do you want to get the surgery? What do you already know about the surgery? What do you expect? Asking me about my weight loss history, things I've tried in the past before. Just all the questions that you've already answered 10 times. Every doctor you see. Basically, it was all the same questions like that. And then, so they break down a lot. And then I'm an open book, honey. Like, I don't care if you a stranger. Like, I don't have a problem telling you anything about my life, anything I went through. So I had to tell them. Well, I guess you didn't have to. Like, nobody had a gun to my head or nothing. But I don't know. I just wanted to tell the truth. So I just told him about, you know, all the different times I did try to lose weight and how I was suicidal before. And I told him about my depression. I had to tell him about my breakup. What else? I had to tell him how my weight loss, like, I've tried Edipex in the past. I've had a personal trainer. I was a pescatarian for 6 months. When I was in high school, I used to like purge, and he said I was like that was called anorexia. So like, I had to tell him, you have to tell him everything. And the purpose of this what people do. People lie because people don't want to not be able to get the surgery. So it's like, dude, I ain't gonna tell you that I might have had a couple suicidal thoughts because I don't want you to deny my stuff. But I'm not gonna say he can't, because I'm not sure if they have the power to deny it or not. But he was basically letting me know, like, it was a safe space, and he's not gonna be like, okay, so she don't need to get the surgery. Basically, his job is to analyze your brain to see where you are mentally now, so that when the surgery comes, you'll be prepared. Not to deny your access to the surgery, but just to tackle it now, so that when the surgery do come, you're gonna be good. Because everything everyone keeps reiterating is, it's not a physical thing, it's a mental thing. And that's what everyone keeps saying. This is a mental thing. This is a mental thing. It's like, if you emotionally eat, just because you had a little surgery don't mean nothing gonna change, because then your mental hasn't changed, your mind hasn't changed. So these emotions, these feelings that you still have, they still there. But now you literally can't eat, or you could die, because you could bust your staples wide open. So that's what everyone is trying to stress. Like, this is not nothing to play with, honey. This not no little skip in the park. This not no little liposuction weight loss surgery, boom, one and done. This is like a lifestyle change that you have to actually do. Like, you can get the surgery, and there's people that get this surgery because it's not weight loss surgery. You're just cutting 80% of your stomach off. They get this surgery, and then 5 years later, they gain the weight back. Because it's not weight loss surgery, you know? So it's you. You have to change everything about yourself, how you eat. Unless you are already moderately healthy, then you're fine. But you have to change how you're eating, what you're eating, how much of it you're eating, what you're drinking, how much of it you're drinking, what you're not drinking, or what you're not eating, how much you're exercising, how many times you're exercising. Like, that's all stuff that's supposed to be changing right now, so that when you get the surgery, it's not like taking somebody who's been smoking cigarettes for 30 years and then throwing all their cigarettes away. Like, trying to go cold turkey basically after you get the surgery. They're saying that it's unrealistic. So that's why they prep you. That's why they make you do 6 months, so that you have enough time to kind of change your habits, change your way of thinking, change your lifestyle. So beforehand, you're doing all this stuff, so once you get the surgery, you'll continue doing what you were already doing. Because eating a large pepperoni Italian sausage pizza every single night for 6 months, and then get the surgery and think you just about to be drinking these water and this chicken broth that you gotta drink after the surgery, and you're not gonna want that large Italian sausage pepperoni pizza, it's crazy. Because your body and your mind still gonna want that fucking pizza. So that's what all this was about. So it is about 3 hours. I say about because mine was 2 hours. So the first hour, they're talking to you, asking questions about your personal life, your family history. Like, I had to tell them everything about my sexuality and my past and how I gained all this weight and like everything. Because I was small. I lost weight after high school. I went to college. I lost weight in high school, went to college, gained the freshman 15, more like freshman 30. And then after college, because I only stayed 1 year, and then I dropped out, moved back home, lost weight, kept that weight off for like 3 years until I moved to another city where my sister lived, got in my relationship. The one I was in for 5 years, within that relationship, I had gained like 100 pounds. So we had to dive into that situation, obviously, which made me have to dive into everything with religion and my sexuality, and that had, because he had to analyze it and make sure that I'm mentally stable enough to have the surgery. So just be prepared. So, I mean, I know some people feel more comfortable. Like me, I feel comfortable talking about my personal business. Like, I'm past everything. So nothing bothers me. It's nothing that I can't talk about that's too personal or too touchy. Like, I can talk about anything with anyone. So that's a really good thing about me. And so I was just answering his questions, and he was like, man, like, I just love your way of thinking, or wow, you put that so beautifully. Like, it just felt good, because I feel like I was telling Leah yesterday, like, I feel like I fought so hard to become the person I'm becoming. Like, not the person I became, because I don't feel like I'm there yet, but I fought so hard to get back to this place, or to get to this place, period, to become the person I'm becoming. I fought so hard to get here. So it feels so beautiful, y'all. It feels so beautiful, so refreshing, so enlightening. Like, you just don't understand how amazing. I feel like just straight serendipity, y'all. Like, this is just an amazing place I'm at, and it's still a little chaos, but I'm so grateful. Like, I don't know what other word to use besides, like, I'm so grateful. I'm just overwhelmed in a good way, and I'm just like so grateful. So anyway, so yeah, so that's the first part, and I want to say that's about 45 minutes. And then he's asking you questions. Well, within that, he's asking you questions about you, but then he's also asking you, what do you know about the surgery? So this, the part I'm talking about, was a test that I wasn't ready for, but good thing I was ready. Good thing I have good memory. I remember stuff, girl. Because the girl, he was asking them questions back to back, trying to catch a girl slipping, but I knew every answer, okay? Like, what can you eat before the surgery? What can you eat after surgery? How much? Like, all those questions. Like, 2 weeks before your surgery, you have to drink protein shakes. That's it. So your girl might be a little cranky, but you're doing that so that you can decrease the fat around your liver. And I told him that, and he was like, what? Like, basically, like, you know that too? Yes, because I watched all the modules they sent me. And then, like, just everything he was asking, I knew. And then he just was so shocked. And I'm like, I mean, I've been researching. And then he just was basically saying how some people come in and they just don't know nothing. And if I'm about to get this life-changing surgery, I need to make sure that I'm doing my adequate research, okay? And that I'm retaining what I'm seeing and watching and reading. So it's going to ask you a lot of questions about you, and then a lot of questions about the surgery. And it feel like you're taking a test. It's like, okay, so how much servings are you supposed to have? Or can you drink and eat at the same time? The answer is no. You have to drink 15 minutes before you eat and 15 minutes after you eat, which is after you get your surgery. You can't drink and eat at the same time. You also have to count your chews. You also have to have 6 meals a day, 20 minutes each. So it's like he want to know, or they want to know that you know all that stuff. So do your research, because you wanna look like you know what you're doing, so in case it is a possibility, he can deny you so that he doesn't, or not even deny, but extend it longer. Also, he was like showing, like, I went to the doctor yesterday. I had to go see my primary care provider, and so I had just weighed myself, and your girl's still losing weight even though this is what I've been eating. I don't know how, y'all, but he was like, wow, you've even lost weight since your first appointment last month. And I was like, I know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And he was just basically giving a scenario, like, since I've lost a little over 30 pounds since I first moved here, like 4 months ago, he was like, so, because it's a 6-month process. I already did 1 month, and I have 5 more months. And he's like, okay, so what if you lose more weight within the 5 months? Do you not want the surgery? And it's a good question to think about, because it's like, well, if I'm losing all this weight naturally, I don't need to spend thousands and thousands of that. But I do, and that's the type of questions they're going to ask, because they want to know. They want to know, why are you getting the surgery? Are you getting it because you want to be skinny? No, because we body positive over here. I just, you gotta really think about, they really make you think about why you getting it. Like, because you want to look like this, or because you've been getting teased, or, they want to know why you're getting it. So make sure y'all got that part together. But I know why I'm getting it, so I don't feel like I'm doing it for superficial reasons, or because I'm trying to, I'm trying to conform to what society deems as beautiful. Like, that's not what I'm doing at all. And y'all know, if y'all watch my other video on why I'm getting it, y'all know why I'm actually getting it, mainly for my health. So yeah, so they'll ask you all of that, and he's like analyzing your brain. So that's that. But y'all, when you kikiing with your girl or whatever, or your boy, that time just be flying by. So the first portion was 2 hours, the questions, and then the other part I'm about to tell y'all about. And honestly, it felt like maybe 30 minutes. So you talk. After that, you got to take tests. So I'm like, okay, shit. Because I didn't know. I didn't prepare for this. I thought I was going to be talking about my feelings for 3 hours. So then he starts giving me the test, and I'm like, well, damn, I've been preparing for this all my life. Like, so basically, it's a bunch of brain games. If y'all know me, I have at least 20 apps full of the brain games, y'all. I love, because I'm an analytical person, I love the brain games, y'all. Like, all the brain games is on my phone. I'm always playing like games like that. So whenever I saw them little tests, I was like, baby, you just don't know. This is what I've been playing all these games for on my phone for this moment right here, right now. So it's a bunch of cognitive tests. So basically, it started, what did we start with? Memory? I want to say we started with memory. So he says 9 things, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna say these 9 things, say them back to me. And it was like hat, sweater, cherries, pliers, lemon, like that. Like he's saying things, and then he's like, okay, now repeat it back to me. He did that 4 times. I want to say after the second time, I got all of them. But then he did it a 3rd time. Then he did a 4th time, repeated those 9 things, and had me repeat it back to him to test my memory. So then he goes, count back from 100 until I tell you to stop. And I'm like, alright, cool. 199, 98. So I got to 60, and then he stopped me, and then he was like, now tell me them things. Tell me them 9 things again. Well, he didn't say 9. I just knew it was 9 because I was counting, so I could make sure I was repeating everything. And he was like, tell me them things again. And I was like, oh, you trying to hit me with that okie doke. So I'm like, okay. So then I remembered everything, luckily. And then what did he have me do? Then he had me a piece of paper, and it's like connect the dots, but you can't lift your pencil up. And it's to see, I guess it's to see like, what, I think he said my reflexes or something like that, to see how quick I am. So it was like a bunch of numbers everywhere, and you got to connect the dots, the numbers in order, and you can't lift your pencil up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so like that, like if that's what the numbers was at. So I'm like, okay, cool, bop, 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 bop. And then it was a bigger one with numbers, and I'm like, okay, walk in the park, I got this, because it was a little bitty one, like 5 numbers, and then it was like 30 numbers, I think. I'm like, okay, cool, da 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 da, because I'm fast, like I'm like, my brain is all like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, so I was good at that. And then this wanna go and have it with the letters. So then the next one was like letters and numbers. So then it's like you gotta go in alphabetical order and numerical order. So it's like 1A, 2B, 3C. And I was like, this nigga crazy. But I did it. The only thing I had to count was my ABCs in my head. Because it's like my numbers just come naturally. So I'm like 1A, 2B, 3C, D. And then I'm like, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right, 7, G. Like, that's the only thing. But he still said I went rather quickly. So that's a good thing. But that's the only thing I kept like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Like I don't know my alphabets just... I mean, I know, obviously I know my alphabets, but I feel like I'm quicker with my numbers than my alphabet because everything is counted, but you don't really just be at the store just counting your alphabets. I don't know. Y'all get what I'm saying. So that one was that. And then we went to the next portion, and it was like pictures. And I'm just like, baby, this is what I do, honey. Yeah, you can give me all these cognitive tests, honey. This is what I do for fun, okay? I will tell you which one don't belong. I will tell you what image is supposed to be here. So, say it's like a rectangle this way. So every picture was 4 images, every one. And then you have 5 selections at the bottom. So it'll be 3 images and an empty one, and you have to say which shape goes right there. So say it's like a circle, blue circle, yellow circle, and then a blue triangle, and then what goes right there? A yellow triangle. So it was easy like that. And then once you got to the end, it got hard. But I still was like, honey, I do this for a living, okay? I does this for the fun of it, for the hell of it, honey. Like, I was just like, I was getting y'all. I felt so giddy because y'all know I love like that stuff like that. I like to do, it's fun to me. So I'm just like, yes, like I do this for fun. You don't even know who you messing with right now. You don't even know who you trying to test right now, my nigga. Like, I does this. I have all of these games on my phone right now, these tests that you're giving me. So yeah, I was hyped because I was like, I passed this. And then I'm competitive and stuff, so yeah. And then the next portion was he had a list of words and you had to explain what they all meant. Even it was like start easy. Like one was like, what is a tongue? And I'm just like, what? And he's like, I know. Oh, and I know. Like they start simple but they get hard. So I'm like, okay. So you have to explain it as if you're talking to, the way I imagined it is if I'm talking to my kid. kids have buku questions and they don't know what nothing is. So if your kid be like, mama, what's a tongue? Like, that's how I was explaining it to him. So that's how you have to explain everything. And it's like easy words like, what is a lie? What is a tongue? What was another one he asked? It was a lot of them. A lot of them they asked you. What is a tree? What is enthusiasm? Like stuff like that. And then they got hard. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. We just gonna skip to the next one. But yeah, so it was like some words I didn't know. I didn't know some of them. And then he was like, oh, it's okay. Like, if I didn't work here, I wouldn't know none of these words either. Because they was like, what is hypothalamus? No, but I know what that is. Or what is anti-disestablishmentarianism? You know, even though I know what that is also. Obviously, if I'm saying these words. But anyway, it was stuff I didn't know. So that was that part. And then the other part was the reading portion to see how well you are reading. And so it's like, read these words in order as fast as you can. Did he say as fast as you can or as quickly as possible? I think something like that. So it's just, you know, like a page of words, and they start like cat, hat, dog, and then by the end it's like anti-disestablishmentarianism. And even though I couldn't pronounce them, I still was trying. I was trying, and I still was going fast, and I was like just getting them out, saying them how they sound to me. So that was that portion. And yeah, so basically that's it, because then the next portion you do by yourself. But that's really what that portion was. And that portion was about an hour. I'll say that took about an hour, all the questions and all the tests like that. But I was talking to him, and y'all know, because since I'm like, I loved school and I'm really competitive, I was like, okay, because he was like, you have any questions for me? And I was like, how'd I do? And then he was like, no, like you knocked it out the park. Like, you were amazing. You're really smart. You have really great memory. You're really fast. You read really well, even though I got this big thick accent, y'all. Like, he was saying, like, I did absolutely amazing. Just like all good things. He had nothing bad to say. All good things, like how smart I was or whatever. So I'm like, okay, like the test, it's like you're taking an IQ test. If any of you have ever like had an app on your phone, or I don't know if it's like that in schools, but if you've ever taken an IQ test, basically that's how it felt. Like I was taking an IQ test. So that was that portion. And then the next portion is a questionnaire. I'll insert a picture of what I took. I only took a picture of one of the pages because there's a few pages. It's 328 questions, but everything is true and false. And so that portion is supposed to take an hour. I only took 15 minutes because I was ready to go. Also, I had something to do. And also, I didn't need to take an hour because everything is like, he was like, don't think about it too hard. Just whatever the first thing that pops in your head, that's what you should do. Because if you know, once you think about something, you change your answer. He was like, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. Yes or no. Not yes or no. True or false. Boom. So I'll read some of them because I took a picture of one of the pages. But I'll read some of them of like what that portion was. Like the first question, the very first question I have is, I like mechanic magazines. True or false? False. I do not like mechanic magazines. So it's like that. I have a good appetite. I find it hard to keep my mind on a task or job. I love to go dancing. But then there's questions like, evil spirits possess me at times. Like, it was a lot of questions. Like, I feel uneasy indoors. But then it was questions like, at times I feel like smashing things, or at times I want to kill myself, or at times I feel like someone is out to get me. Like, so it's a lot of questions. It's some questions that's in there to kind of like, I feel like disguise or whatever, but mainly the questions are to see where you are mentally, basically, to see where you are mentally, because a lot of them was like mental questions, like I feel emotional, I think someone's out to get me, I think people are following me, I hear voices in my head. Like a lot of the questions were like that, to see where you are. So 328 questions of that, and I guess normally it take people an hour. Baby, it took me 15 minutes. I was like, true, false, 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 true, false, false, and then I was out that thing. So my session only took about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I'll say. But some people, it take them longer. But yeah, that's it. that's all it was, and it went by so fast. I wasn't prepared because I just thought I was gonna be talking about my feelings for 3 hours. Like, before I left, I was dreading going. I was like, even though I do want to get a therapist, just 3 hours is a long session to have. I was dreading going, and I'm just like, like, I just don't feel like crying today. That's what I kept saying. I don't feel like crying today, but I didn't cry. I'm in such a great place. I've been meditating, y'all. I've been finding balance in my life. So I feel like I'm on a really good path. I'm in a really good space right now. So I was good. And yeah. So that's it. I know this was a little longer because sometimes your girl ramble. But basically that's it. If you're a little nervous or if you don't know what to expect, like, that's what it is. And whatever you don't want to talk about, you don't have to, because it wasn't like I need you to tell me about this or you have to tell me about this. I don't care if you're getting uncomfortable or cringing up, tell me this. Like, it's not like that at all. They're not pushy. If you don't want to tell them everything, you don't have to. You fill out a form even before you get there of like questions about yourself and your personality and your eating habits. No, I had to fill out that form before I even got there. And then he goes over that form, and then so it's like, it's anything you want to say you can say. So whatever you don't say, they don't know. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to tell them everything if you don't want to. But yeah, that's basically what it was. So don't worry, it's not what I expected. So I'm sure it's not what y'all expected. It's totally different. It go by so fast, y'all, and it was nice. It was nice. I enjoyed it. So yeah, but if you don't like tests and stuff like that, or if you're not like, I'm book smart. So if you're not like book smart or like quick on your feet, think games like that, then maybe you might not like it. But if you are like me, then you will love it, because I had a blast, honey. Like, I was like, come on, give me some more tests. Like, y'all don't know, I have so many brain games on my phone and like IQ games and stuff. Like, I do this for fun. Like, this was fun to me. What did you do for fun today, Angel? I went to the psychologist and I got analyzed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I don't have to see them anymore. I want to say, if you want to see them more, you can like start seeing a psychologist if you feel like you need it, or start seeing a therapist if you feel like you need it. But honestly, I feel like I was one and done. I do want to see like a therapist, but as far as that portion, I don't feel like it's anything with my mental, because I don't emotionally eat. It's nothing that I feel like I need to work on in that area. Now my habits, yeah, but as far as my mental, I feel like I'm in a really good place right now. So that was everything about that portion. If you have any questions, y'all, about anything, maybe something I skipped or whatever, any type of other video with this VSG journey I want to see, anything. So anything else y'all want to know? How far along are y'all? Are y'all considering getting it? Have y'all already gotten it? Are y'all about to get it? Do y'all have your surgery date within the 6 months? What month are y'all on? Like, comment down below, tell me anything, y'all. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it helped some of you guys. Until next time, stay dope. Bye.